premises. If you do not leave, you will be subject to arrest or citation.
10 demonstrators protesting Kapiolani Medical Center's nurses' lockout were arrested this morning after sitting in the driveway at the hospital, blocking charter buses carrying replacement travel nurses. Among those arrested include recently elected State House Representative Kim Koko Iwamoto. Now, today is the 10th day of the nurses' lockout. Casey Lund was there as HPD put those community members in handcuffs and removed them from the property.
We wanted to show you the moment that the first person blocking this driveway was in handcuffs, arrested by HPD. Earlier this morning, when this group gathered here, they were warned by police over loudspeaker that they would be subject to arrest, that they were unlawfully occupying this space, and you can see them being taken away. HPD brought several extra vehicles here to accommodate all those folks, to get them transported safely, and they're serious about staying here. They said that they weren't going to move. They would have to be forcefully removed, and it's been a very tense morning down here. We also know that Kapiolani Medical Center for Women and Children also released a statement shortly after this group was on the premises here. And that statement reads, in part, that while they respect the right for peaceful protesting, but any demonstration cannot negatively impact patient care, access to our medical center must remain open for our community. We will rely on the Honolulu Police Department to take action, and you can see the action they're taking. Tense situation here, the civil disobedience display. Again, you see Kim Koko Iwamoto, other well-known community activists, and a nurse union representative, putting those folks in handcuffs and in awaiting vehicles. Definitely some very emotional people here today, and this morning they blocked the entryway here for 2 charter buses that were full of temporary nurses. We do know that delayed those nurses from accessing the hospital and going to work. You can hear very loud and very active here.
Thank you, nurses. Thank you for standing up for Hawaii's women and children. Thank you for standing up for our quality of care, the care we deserve.
We know that the hospital management, as well as the Nurses Association, are set to meet today at 10 a.m. this morning. We had heard from the hospital that they were encouraged by the recent talks and the progress that was made, but we'll see how this situation affects things. We have yet to see a resolution with their contract negotiation. The main concern for the Nurses Association, according to them, is safe staffing levels here. They say that it's not necessarily all about money, but staffing. So we'll have to wait and see what develops out of those latest rounds of negotiation. Reporting at Kapiolani Medical Center for Women and Children, I'm Casey Lund, Hawaii News Now.
Today